What up, baby?
Lightning, thunder, it's the Storm Warning Show on the come up with Big Groov and they black too. Have your popcorn ready when you come through. We talking hurricanes and how they making moves with pick six to the houses and big hits like ooh. Next man step up, and that's the motto. We building up a dynasty today for tomorrow. BCS wins in them poll rankings again. If you ain't heard about the U, then homie, where you been? It gotta be something in the water, cause when it comes to them trenches, you know the Canes is digging harder. If the legacy don't kill them, then the speed will. When you see that you on your schedule, just know that ain't gonna be no cheap thrill. Leave it all on the field. Been doing that for years. Play the game like how you practice, that's what it is. Canes causing havoc on the field. Hit the op so hard that they gon' have to go back and game plan and run drill. The game on the line on fourth, we gon' go. And keep on coming up like the Storm Warning Show. Yeah.
Oh! What's up, good people? It's your boy Big Groov with another sad episode of If It Ain't Real, It Ain't Groove, man. Of course, the season ended this past Saturday with a 45 to 16 loss to Pittsburgh. Disheartening, bro. Like I the last time I remember losing to Pittsburgh was 2017. You know, when we was undefeated and get ready to go towards the to the conference championship. So it's been a long time since we lost to those boys, man. Just want to say I'm very disappointed in this season, man. Very disappointed. 5-7, man. The worst record we've had since I think 2007. So that means Al Golden didn't have this record. Of course, Mark Richt didn't have this record, and Manny Diaz didn't have this record. You know what I'm saying? It's where do we go from here, fellas? We can get worse. We can go 4-8 next year, so it can get worse. You feel what I'm saying? What's up, brother Jay Blaze? Yes, it's been a very tough year, dog. Very, very tough year, man. But where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talking about this purge that I really don't agree with. I know it be turnover doing every season, but you just trying to get rid of 30 and 40 players off your roster is not healthy. It's not healthy at all. I don't. What's going to be the difference? You still got to bring in new players to and instill your culture that you want for the program. You feel what I'm saying? You still have to do that. You feel me? So, Rain Man, 4 viewers, all I need to know. Hey, bro, I don't care about that. You feel what I'm saying? It's all good. The season exactly what I thought it would be. Hey man, honestly, bro, I thought it was gonna be. I actually thought it was gonna be a 10-2 season. I actually thought we would win 10 games. I actually believed it. I thought with the scheme, with his philosophy, and with the staff that he brought, I actually thought that we would win 10 games because I really believed in the talent that we had on the roster. You know what I'm saying? We got some talented players on this roster. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that they didn't do what they needed to do as coaches to adjust to the talent. You knew coming in, you know what I'm saying? You knew coming in that you had they came from a spread type offense, but you wanted to run power with them. I mean, it's like pushing a fucking circle through a square peg. It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? The good coaches, like you seen this year one, that transition from one program to another, they adapted their system around the players. You know what I'm saying? Sonny Dykes adapted to those players. You know what I'm saying? Of course, with Lincoln Riley, he had his quarterback that kind of knew his system. So, but he still had to adapt other players, other pieces around the quarterback. He had to adjust to those type players. You feel what I'm saying? Who else? Man, it's a lot of coaches that adapted, bro. And that's what was the most saddening and shocking thing about this whole season is the lack of adaptation by the staff. As far as on the offensive side of the ball, and I am a little disappointed in Coach Steele because I felt like he should have found a way to get GB on the field. Garrett Frierson, I think that kid should have been on the field somewhere. And with a lot of the injuries, we could have found a place for him. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I can't really be too hard on the defense because I understand defenses get tired when there's lack of production on the offensive side of the ball. Because if you look at the average minutes per possession for the season, I think it's around 25 to 30 minutes, like 30 minutes, something like that. You can't have a defense on the field that long every game and expect them to be highly productive. Offensively, we got nothing. I think we average like 18 points a game right now, and that's including the Bethune-Cookman. So it's probably a lot less if you take away the Bethune-Cookman game. So that tells you what all you need to know on the offensive side of the ball. Because if you follow me on Twitter, you would know I'm very critical of Gaddis right now. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really see me saying a lot about Steele because I understand. I give you a pass this year on that. Next year, now if it's more of the same, okay, now your ass got to go too. And I'm a big Kevin Steele guy. But offensively, Gaddis got to get the fuck away from Miami. He has to get the fuck away. What's up, Tony? He has to go get the fuck away from Miami. There's always haters, man. There's always haters, and it don't stop my cash flow. I do not do this for money, champ. I do this to speak my mind, so that shit don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Shake my head. We need change in some form. Yes, we do. You're right. I said 6-6. I was way out. Yeah, man. Hey, but some people, and you know what's funny that you say this, Shady, bro? Because a lot of people was trying to lessen the blow with doing, okay, I predict 8 and 9 wins. And I said that was a failure if that happened. You feel what I'm saying? So we didn't even make a bowl game, bro. Think about that. Just think about we didn't make a bowl game with the highest paid coach ever, the highest paid staff in Miami history. And on paper, this is probably the best staff we've had since Jimmy Johnson. Or you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even consider Butch because a lot of those guys was not highly paid. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just all around, it's just a clusterfuck right now. I mean, a lot of people, oh man, look at the recruiting. Recruiting don't mean shit if you can't fucking game plan or you can't adjust to your talent. Recruiting don't mean shit if you can't do those things. If you can't put a game plan together, if you can't scheme around your players' positives, recruiting means shit. Because, again, this team was ranked number 13 in the nation with blue chip ratio. And now all of a sudden we don't have talent. When majority of our players come from South Florida, supposedly the most talent-rich area in America. The whole notion, a three-star in South Florida is a 5-star in Montana, or a 5-star in New Jersey, a 5-star in Illinois. What's up with that now? We can't flip our tone because the guy that you like as the coach ain't producing. Shit don't work like that. And Groov don't work like that. I'm going to call that shit what it is. You know what I'm saying? He got to do better, man. Like, I'm not calling for Mario Cristobal to be fired. But next year, if we get more of the same, I'm going to say, hey, we need to go ahead and make a change quick so we cannot get tied down to him like we were with Al Golden. We can't. We can't give him, you know what I'm saying? Even Al Golden went through the cloud. And that's why I had sympathy with him. He went through the cloud. He got a lot of negative press. You feel what I'm saying? What's up, Jay Will? Hold on. What's up, Tony? What's up, big dog? I thought we'll at least make it to a bowl. Shit, I did. I'm used to making it to bowl games, bro. I thought we'll at least make it to the bowl. I thought at least we'll make it to the bowl game. Jay Will, what's up, baby? This cluster 22, 5, and 7 unacceptable at Miami. I totally agree. Yes, keep firing people every year as if they're not their position they are. Wow, exactly. Jimmy's and Bush style was much. Why do you feel like? But I know Jimmy has some hell of our coaches on his staff. Why do you feel like Butch's staff is much better? And I'm not knocking. You know what I'm saying? I'm very interested in knowing why do you feel like that. I'm not knocking what you're saying at all. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I can agree to it to an extent. But I'm just saying, far as the amount of money that's being put out towards the coaches, and you know what I'm saying, we got some high profile guys in. Now, if y'all want to jump in and chat with your boy, like I said, I just posted the link in the chat. Jump in and we can chat it up. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Recruiting don't mean a motherfucking thing if those fraud asses on Twitter. Exactly. If you can't coach, recruiting means nothing. You know, and a lot of people feed into this what these recruits are saying. Oh yeah, we coming to take spot, bro. We've heard that before. Man. Shit is different when you get to that college level, man. It's different. And I want these kids to come in and prosper. I want these kids to ball out. I'm all for recruiting. But if you get nothing out of it, it's like, okay, you can't just hang your hat on that I'm a great recruiter. Look at Jimbo. And I was a Jimbo guy. I like Jimbo. But Jimbo ain't getting that shit done right now. What's up, my boy? What's up, brother?
Boss, I think you are misunderstanding what I'm saying. They don't need to fire anybody because that's exactly what's got this team in the position that they're in this year. Because they will not keep anybody there so anybody can develop. Great, you have the 13th ranked highest class in the nation. What does that matter when your defensive players have 3 different defensive coordinators?
I agree with you to a sense, but with Gaddis, man, he showed no willing to. What did Gaddis show you that make you want to keep him?
And I know what you were finna to say. He didn't adapt to the players he's got. You don't do that. You do the best you can year one, and then you recruit guys that fit your system. You don't change your system because it's what you got to deal with. No coach in the history of coaching has ever done that. I don't know why it's expected to be different at Miami.
Nick Saban did it.
No, he didn't. He changed up years into his career.
No. Nick Saban changed the way that he coached. He had to adapt with the times. He had to adapt.
Okay, that's fine.
Hold on. When Nick Saban first got to Alabama, you got to think we still was in the age of football where running the ball was first.
Right.
It wasn't a spread. It wasn't a spread type deal back then in 07. Okay. We were still smash mouth running the ball out formation. You still have finding the number one fullback in the nation was top priority back then. That was a top priority.
But that's not what Josh Gaddis. That's not what Josh Gaddis is running. Josh Gaddis, if you look at him through his career, likes running the power spread offense, which happens to be the most dominant offense in the NFL right now. The vast majority of teams run it. So to say that that's outdated, I don't think so.
So I'm trying to see this power spread that you're talking about Gaddis run, because what I see, I don't see a power spread when it comes to Gaddis offense. I see run. Oh shit, we behind the sticks. Okay, let's throw the ball. That's what I see. I don't see a power spread because if you think about it, Slim Shady, if you really look at the NFL, they throw the ball more than they run the ball. It's a more pass-happy league, and they're taking concepts from college football. Why do you think why do you think they're going to the college rankings, bro, to get college coaches now? You really think about this. Think about this, and then I'm going to let you have the floor.
Pass-happy. Okay.
Think about this, and I'm going to let you have the floor. I'm going to give you 2-3 minutes to say whatever you want to say. Think about this. Do you really think that Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Tua, Jalen Hurts, what's my guy that played for the Cardinals, the quarterback for the Cardinals?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Do you think those 5 guys I just named would be quarterbacks in 2000 and back in 2007, 2008, 2009? Do you think those guys would have been given a chance?
You had Tim Tebow back then, absolutely. You had dual threats way before them. Michael Vick was around way before them.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. But how many did we have? When Mike Vick was in the league, how many dual threats did we have? One.
Basically, it was him and Donovan. Well, no, there were two. There was him and Donovan McNabb. They were kind of the pioneers.
Do you really consider Donovan McNabb a dual threat?
He was in college. He got away from it in the NFL.
That's my point, because he actually can throw the ball. You see where I'm going with this? College football has changed because the quarterback position changed. The quarterback position changed. You feel what I'm saying? But I get your point. I'm with you. You can't just fire coaches every year. That's why I'm okay with Kevin Steele getting another year. But Josh Gaddis, I can't, like, bro, come on. I guess he jumped out. It is what it is. He probably jumped out. I don't know if he lost connection or whatnot. South Florida, boom. South Florida kids are overrated, dog. Georgia, Texas are better. What happened to you? You lost service, bro?
Yeah, I hit a bad spot.
Like I said, I get what you're saying though, Shady, as far as changing. I'm not saying fire Mario Cristobal. I'm not saying it at all. I'm okay with giving him 3 years. I'm okay with giving him 3 years. You feel me with that? But the seat gotta get a lot hotter next year if we don't see improvement.
Well, see, I don't.
I can agree. I don't disagree. I don't disagree, Shady. I don't disagree with you. Go ahead. The floor is yours. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. Go ahead, brother.
Number one, I don't think his seat's gonna get hot off of anything until year 6, based off of just money. That's just the way that's gonna work out. And as far as Gaddis in his offense, well, the power spread is the offense he runs. They've run majority 4 and 5 wide receiver sets to spread the field. He does run first, which goes against some offenses in the NFL, but the vast majority of them are still run first, very balanced. And let's look at, well, we had a good 4-game stretch there from A&M on where they threw a minimum of 45 passes a game. You're not doing that being behind. That's starting from the very first quarter, you're pass happy. Now, when you look at the rest of it in totality, all 5 starting offensive linemen gone. By the end of the season, you're down to your 3rd string running back. And as much as Miami fans cry about, well, Josh Gaddis ain't taking accountability, he's blaming players. When you have 13 drop balls in a game, what are you supposed to call it other than what it is?
But you're the receivers coach. What are you not doing at practice? That's what I was told.
He's been there for 5 minutes. What's he supposed to do? And now, okay, they're dropping balls last year and the year before that. Is he supposed to have every problem solved? Hell, is a coach even responsible for players catching the ball? You don't come to college as a 4 or 5 star recruit and have to be taught how to catch a ball.
I agree with you 100% on that. I'm with you. That is not catching the ball is not on coaches. Making tackles are not on coaches. I totally agree. I agree.
I agree with Kevin Steele's point that, and you're actually kind of seeing this nationwide. Because they've eliminated so much tackling in practice, it makes it harder to teach it. I agree with that point that he made.
So, Shady, I got to make a quick point. See, and I said the same thing last year, and I hate to keep going back to last year because I have to do it because it's always going to be this compare and contrast with Manny and Mario. So,
right.
This same things were said last year, bro. Same things were said last year, but nobody gave a shit.
I agree with you.
Saying? Because like I said this before, bro. Do you understand how many times they get to tackle in practice now? Back when I played ball, we can tackle 2 or 3 days a week. You can't do it. Was up to the coach's discretion if he wanted to minimize tackling or not. We go in the locker room, we look at the board. We in shells today. We in helmets today. It'll say full pads. You feel what I'm saying? Now the players already know, hey, we probably not going to be full pass on Monday.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you got film study on Sunday. You got to lift and, you know what I'm saying, rehab and all that on Sundays. You feel what I'm saying? Sir. So, of course, if you look at it across the board last year, tackling is at its lowest. Look at Alabama. I see a lot of missed tackles by those players. Did you look at the game this past week?
Sure did.
They beat the shit out of Auburn, but it was a lot of missed tackles on the Bama side. You know what I'm saying? But it's not on coaching because they can't coach it a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So,
well, and I think there's a lot of hesitance.
I don't fully disagree with you far as giving coaches time. I understand that. I get that part. But at some point, you can tell early on if a coach has it or not when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, your offensive, you know what I'm saying, with coaching.
Well, here's my rebuttal to that.
You said what, bro?
Here's my rebuttal to that. Everybody swore up and down Dan Enos was a terrible offensive coordinator. He's averaging 30-plus points a game at Maryland. So why is it he's not good at Miami, but he's good here? And that whole, you're not a fit, you don't fit in with Miami, that's a BS excuse people like to tell themselves. And that's all that is.
I don't think that's a BS excuse. I don't think certain like if you look at Al Golden defensive philosophy didn't fit at Miami. You can't run a 3-4 at Miami because you can't recruit. You know, the type of players that come from your home recruiting base doesn't fit a 3-4 scheme. That's why you've seen such a big jump when Diaz got here from the defensive, you know what I'm saying, from a defensive standpoint. Offensively,
I think that's just Manny, though, because look at Penn State. You've seen a big jump in their defense this year. Manny's good DC. You can't argue that.
But a lot of people do. A lot of people do. And that'd be my whole rebuttal with that. But, man, I'm going to try to get some like I said, I don't totally disagree with what you say. I definitely get that you need to give a coach time, bro. I definitely understand that, man. And like I said, it's like always, man, I love when you jump on and talking because you got good points. I don't refute a lot of the things you said, but I think Josh Gattis got to go. We can agree to disagree on that one. I just think we got to go. We got to get a spread guy in here to maximize what our quarterbacks do best. But
well, I'll leave you with this because I know basically what you're talking about is kind of what Rhett Lashley run, which didn't do very good this year. Mike Leach runs something similar.
In offensively, SMU in the top 15.
Well, that's fine, but I'm talking about their team as a whole. I can care about individual side of the ball rankings. I look at the team as a whole in pretty much everything. But Lane Kiffin runs something similar. Mike Leach runs something similar. Name me a guy that's won a title doing this, including Chip Kelly. He does the same thing. Josh Heupel at Tennessee.
I mean,
Alabama has always been a run-first team.
But when they won their last two or three titles, they haven't been. They just back then they had the best of the best. If you look at most
even now, Alabama's still a run-first team.
Alabama is not a run-first team now.
Yeah, yes, sir, they are. I'm sorry, we're going to disagree on that. They absolutely are.
So
my best friend's an Alabama fan. I watch almost all their games.
Me too. But I mean, of course, they're going to run the ball, but they're more of a passing team now. They're more of a spread team.
Like I said,
even Georgia throws the ball a lot more than what they did in recent years.
And that's when they took the jump. They don't have that running back this year, or last year, to be honest. They don't have that Sony Michel. They don't have that guy like they have.
It's running back by committee. But if you last year when they won it, they did it by throwing the ball.
Right, but I like I said, I'll leave you with this. Go back and look at the whole season. They threw everything in the kitchen sink at this offense. The majority of the season, including this last game, they're running 4 and 5 wide receivers. But to me, the telltale sign of the season is how many times, and I stopped counting at over a dozen, could they not get a yard? They got stopped on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 against almost every team they played. That's just pure effort.
But but that's the thing. But Shady, that goes back to what I'm saying. Adjusting. It's other ways to get 3rd and 1. It's other ways. Figure out a way.
But that's my point. He's thrown everything including the kitchen. I mean, they tried a quarterback sneak, which you don't see anymore. And that didn't
Did
work.
you watch? Did you watch?
What else do they want them to throw at them?
Did you watch the? Did you? What game was that? Did you watch the Florida State game?
Yes, I did.
Did you watch? Did you see a couple of times how they did the fake dive and the flea flicker to the left or to the right and got the first down and scored a touchdown? I've seen it like 3 or 4 times this year by different teams. That's what I'm saying. You got to break tendencies. Gaddis didn't break tendencies a lot this year. That's all I'm saying. Break tendencies.
Gaddis straight up swapped it. See, right there. That's the problem I've had. He has straight up changed offensive scheme 3 times this season, and nobody wants to admit it. He did. It's blatantly obvious that he did.
I got you, bro. If you feel like you're entitled to feel like I just didn't see it, maybe I'm looking at it and it's with different blinders on, but I didn't see that. You feel me? I didn't see it.
Well, it was most obvious when he changed up quarterbacks. When he went from Tyler to Chakuri, that's when it's most obvious that he changed up his offensive scheme because it's 2 different skill sets.
Got you. Okay. Well, man, I appreciate you for jumping on, man. I'm trying to get some more guys on here, man. I really appreciate you, Slim, for real.
I appreciate you too. Yes, sir.
You, yes, sir. Appreciate you. Good guy right there, Shady. Good man right there. Appreciate him from jumping on. Let's get to some of these comments. Sorry if I didn't get to some of these comments. Michael, South Florida kids are overrated, dog. Georgia for. I mean, hey, look, bro. I gotta throw Alabama in there, but I won't say the South Florida kids are over or sorry, anything like that. I just think the talent gap has closed a little bit when it come to. I think Georgia got the best football players in America right now. The state of Georgia. I think the state of Georgia has the best the best high school football players in America right now. And I'm from Alabama, but I got to throw Alabama in there too because there's some dogs in Alabama. Brother Jay Blaze, how can you put high school I don't put no stock in a high school kid coming in and being a starter for me because the game is totally different. The players got to develop. You feel what I'm saying? The game is faster. They got to adjust from a school standpoint to being able to balance, you know what I'm saying, home life. I don't put no stock into it, man. That's why I don't be so quick to push these kids out the program when they don't turn into All-Americans their first year because I understand that, you know what I'm saying, it's a process. And I pray that a lot of the fans understand that and stop calling these players trash. They're not trash. It just takes players longer to develop, bro. I remember people saying Michael Jackson would never play at Miami. He's balling for the Seattle Seahawks right now. Cedric Redwine. People said Cedric Redwine would never play at the University of Miami. Look at him. He's doing this thing in the NFL, bro. Like, get these players time. John Ford. People didn't think he won't get drafted. He got drafted. It takes players longer to develop, especially at different positions. I didn't expect LT to come in and be a starting D tackle last year because it's hard to do that in the trenches. You got to be a motherfucker to be able to come from high school and start at D tackle or left tackle and dominate. You have to be absolutely special. Or running back. You got to be special to just dominate. You know what I'm saying, man? Another show here soon. You know what I'm saying? So please smash that like button. Help us get up to 1,000 subs. OG Kane, chat going with the shit. Y'all wanted Jimmy gone the first year. Y'all, no. I can't say that. I don't. Like I said, it wasn't internet and shit there, so I don't know what they wanted. And I was a baby when. I don't even know if I was born when Jimmy was the coach. I think I was. I was born in 86. Tell me if I was alive when Jimmy, because I didn't become a Miami fan until 92 when I seen them play Alabama in the national championship. That's when I became a Miami fan. Big Groove, what it do? What up, Birdstone? What's up, big dog? Come, you got to jump in and chat with your boy. South Florida kids are way too soft. I mean, I won't say they soft, but they come with a different attitude because they're glorified. If you think about it, bro, they have a different aura about themselves because they constantly hear how good they are from a little league standpoint. It's actually a series on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but you can see why a lot of those kids have the mentality that they have, because you got to think. They're able to jump from high school to high school to high school early. Their parents getting played for them to play at certain little league parks. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's a known thing down there, and it's starting to branch out to other areas. Because where I'm from in Birmingham, you can't just change high schools. You have to ride it out unless your parents move. Even if you want to go to other, say if you get recruited to go to Hoover. Your folks have to physically move to place you there, unless you go to one of the private schools like John Carroll, Ramsey High School. But back then, Ramsey High School didn't have a men's football team. They only had men's basketball team. So you could stay in another area to go to that school, but you had to take a test. In the state of Florida, it's not like that. So that's why the mentality is different from those players, from players in different areas, because from how they play from little league all the way up to high school. A lot of kids don't have the luxury to be, okay, I can play at Northwestern this year. Oh, they suck. So I'm going to go to Central, or I'm going to go to American Heritage. You can't do that in Georgia. You can't do that in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think you see where the mentality is, because they're allowed to do a lot of things growing up that they're used to doing, that it was okay. 97 was worse than this. Y'all wanted Butch gone. What was the record in 97? Miami Hurricanes. But you got to think about this though. In 97, we were coming off multiple national championships though, bro. That's what you got, OG. That's what you got to understand, bro. You got to understand this. In 97, we were 3 or 4 years away from being in a national championship game. You feel what I'm saying? So of course the fans are going to be a lot more on edge. You feel what I'm saying? Than they are now. And I'm going to be on edge regardless, bro, because I want to fucking win. Tony, because they developed all first round picks. Got you. OG King, sorry, but 1997 was not worse than 5-7, 22. Miami and Butch in 97 was on probation. Facts. Miami and Mario isn't on probation. Yes, stop the excuses. Aaron Frazier. Perfect comment, bro. Stop the excuses. I understand that you like Mario Cristobal, fellas. It's okay to criticize him. That don't mean you want him fired. You thought you was going to get a product that you're not getting. That's like me getting a pack and I busting and opening this fucking flour. I asked for cocaine, but I got flour. You hit me with the jug. What's going on? That's what I'm saying. That's what it feels like right now. I felt like, and I said this, I'm on record saying this, we have the best staff in the state. I truly felt like that on paper. With the guys they brought in, with Charlie Strong as the linebacker coach, you know what I'm saying? You brought Jason Taylor in, you got this person, you got that. You feel what I'm saying? You brought Josh Gaddis. I thought Josh Gaddis was gonna give us something. He gave us nothing. So, but it's okay to criticize this man. It's okay to criticize Mario Cristobal because the first mistake he made was not. And I may have to apologize to Josh Gaddis because he may get fired and he may go to another school and ball out because that head coach let him pick his guys, bring his guys in. So maybe I need to dial back on my critique of Josh Gaddis. Maybe Mario needs to take his hands off the offense philosophy and let this man do what he wants to do. He did not get a chance to bring his guys in. I will give him that. But you still have to adjust, bro. You still have to adjust. Alabama Cane fan, what's up, dog? What's up, big dog? Hit that like button. Aaron, you're giving us your probation. Y'all wanted, but it still don't matter. It was probation. Michael, can someone tell me what the team has to be excited for next year? This coaching staff is trash. They are worse literally each week. And that's my thing. And that's one of the topics I wanted to hit on. What do you guys expect next year? What would be acceptable for next year? I say we have to win 10 games next year, bro. We have to win 9. I can't say 9 because I'm saying 10 again. We have to win 10 games next year, bro. We have to win 10 games next year because Mario is constantly compared to the Mark Ricks, to the Kirby Smarts, to the Nick Sabans, etc. And you see big jumps in great coaches year 2. Nick Saban went to a conference championship, went to the Sugar Bowl. Urban Meyer won a national championship year 2. Urban Meyer won a national championship. I think he won a national championship at Ohio State year 2, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. I think so, though. That's the second year. That was the first year of the playoffs. Who else? Look at Heupel. Second year. Look what he's doing at Tennessee. Kirby Smart made it to the national championship and unfortunately had to play Alabama again. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I want to see those type of leaps. If he's the coach that everybody says he is, we have to see that leap year 2. I wanted to see it year 1 because the schedule was easy as shit. If you think about it, the schedule is only going to get harder. The best chance for him to win the conference was this year because we was in the Coastal. Next year, that Coastal shit is done. It's only going to get harder. So now it's the 2 best records. So now there's no excuses. And then you got to think teams are going to get better. I expect Georgia Tech to be better. I expect UNC to be better. They better than when they had the great quarterback they had before. They got a true first-round draft pick at quarterback right now, bro. Like, they got a better quarterback right now. And that's scary. And I think they only lost, 2 or 3 games? 3 games this year? They're still ranked. So what do you guys, what's your prediction? What do you need to see next year, guys? What's the record that you guys want to see? Let's see. Slim on that bullshit. Good coaches will adapt to times and situations, fit the player situation, try the best. Exactly. Cuban Kane, what's up, big dog? My boy right there. Oh, I can see Pat Mahomes. I can see Pat Mahomes being a quarterback back then in 07. South Florida's overrated. We're good. Historical great programs. Stay down. You put people in that will catch the damn ball. That's on coaches to put it on. Hey man, it worked both ways. That's true. If you know they ain't catching the ball, take them out and put somebody else in. The new staff at Notre Dame, yeah, this is all true. This is all true, bro. It's just so many teams that did good that first year that has new staffs. It's no excuse, and I'm sick of all the excuses that a lot of these Mario guys are making. Stand up and talk and say something. It's okay to criticize this man. He didn't get it done. This is the worst fucking season we've had in years. It's okay to say that, fellas. I understand you want to keep your access or whatever it may be, but speak up, man. Stop beating around the fucking bush. Be real. I understand that it's only year 1, but damn, Infinity Stones. Hey, I don't know, Stunner, you funny as shit for this. I understand that it's only year 1, but damn, we had all the Infinity Stones of coaches on the team. At least exactly. At least make a fucking bowl game, my dog. Like, literally, please. People don't understand, bro. Bowl games, bro, helps so much. And I'm pretty sure you heard Coach Hayes say this too. Shout out to Coach Hayes, one of the realest, man. I love Coach Hayes, man. Great show. If y'all not subscribed to Coach Hayes, go find Coach Hayes' channel and subscribe to him, man. He gives great content. He actually did just drop something called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And he, you know what I'm saying, he analyzed shit that happened in the game, man. Really good guy, man. But yeah, we had all the Infinity Stones, man. You know what I'm saying? He was Thanos. I'm thinking he finna snap the fingers and fuck shit up in college football. But you know what happened? They got down that girl with the little 2 antennas and shit. She hypnotized him, and we actually pulled the gauntlet off his ass this time. You know what I'm saying? This time. And that shit wasn't functioning like it's supposed to. Because we got worse and worse and worse every fucking week. And it's sad. I lost so much money betting on the Canes, but I ain't a Canes fan. I'm not a real Canes fan because I don't be on my knees gobbling fucking Mario. But I lose money betting on them because I think we're gonna win a game. Maybe that's stupid of me for betting on Miami, but I love my squad. I won't ever say we're gonna lose. But hey, I ain't a Miami fan. But I'm doing a Miami show and I got a Miami hat. I've spent my money on this shit, but I ain't a fan. Okay. But this is a good one. I like this one, though, Stunner. I like this, Stunner. Michael, okay. What South Florida doing work today? They go Ohio State, boom, boom. Tell me. I don't, but you got to think, those schools that you're naming, bro, their best players are not from Florida. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them. Those four schools that you named, they recruit on a national level, except for USC. USC actually playing with a Band-Aid roster. You feel what I'm saying? Because those are filled with South Florida, not filled with South Florida kids today. I blame fanboy high school coaching for kids. I do too. That's true. Aren't stopping recruiting South Florida. But if you really go and look at Alabama roster, they don't have 15 South Florida kids on their roster. If you go look at Ohio State, they don't have 15. They may have 3 or 4. Go look at the roster, bro. They don't have as much as you think they do. But you got to think Alabama's in the hotbed too in the state of Alabama, and he's right next to Georgia and Louisiana. So he get a lot of players from all those areas, bro. He probably got more players from Georgia on his team than Florida. You can be and call yourself first string runs and go elite and win titles. Last 15 years haven't done that. Yes, you got to have an elite quarterback to win. No, Alabama is not a run first. They actually explode. Exactly. Michigan did not beat Ohio State by running the ball. They beat them by throwing deep shots. Good call, Norman. OG, last 5-year championship football ran the powers. That is not true. Dro, what's up, big dog? Groove, you've become my favorite person on Twitter. You're definitely not trolling, just calling Mario meat riders out. Exactly. That's all I do. I just call y'all out on the bullshit that y'all said last year. The excuses, the same shit that I said last year, and y'all killed me for it and harassed me, calling me this, whoopty, wompty, all that bullshit. I just reversed the fucking field. The rabbit got the gun now. I got the SIG right now. And I'm calling y'all out on the same bullshit that y'all said that what I was doing last year. I said that the player, but one thing I didn't do, I didn't never call the players sorry. I never called the players trash. I said the players have to execute last year. I said that coaches don't make tackles or miss tackles. Players do. I said that. I said that coaches don't drop passes. Players do. No, it's the coaches. It's the coaching. It's the coaching. Y'all made fun of the fucking donut that they was using to tackle with. They still use the same donut, but now all of a sudden, oh yeah, they teaching a different technique with it. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all want to talk about injuries. They had the same amount of fucking injuries last year, but nobody gave a damn. Now all of a sudden it's injuries. Now it's a rebuild. But when last year, all we was talking about was what Mario would do with this current roster, he would do way more with this current roster than what Manny did. But when he get there, now all of a sudden it's a fucking rebuild once we get monkey stomped by goddamn by Middle Tennessee State. We got OG Kane. I know he finna be active. What's up, brother?
I ain't nothing, Groove. I was talking to the chat earlier on that one earlier, but let me back to what you're talking about. That's not true about the power spread. So Georgia don't run a power spread. Alabama don't run a power spread.
No, Alabama is not a power spread team.
Okay, then what you call a power spread? Explain that to me. Because power spread ain't nothing but a modern day power spread. Hold on, Groove. Let me get the point out. A power spread ain't nothing but a modern day pro style. Evidently, when you thinking a power spread, you thinking just run and tight bunch and all that, right? Is that what you thinking?
In a sense.
Nah. What you think most of they run in the NFL? Power spread. That's a power spread. It's modern day pro style. You just in shotgun. LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Clemson all run a power spread.
Running the ball and you're in. So let me ask you a question. Did Oregon run a power spread?
The Oregon run, yes, they run a power spread.
So Chip Kelly runs a power spread.
No, when Chip was there, that was not a power spread.
So, but he ran more than he threw the ball.
Yeah, but it wasn't a power spread.
So what is a power spread, bro?
Okay, man.
That's what I'm not understanding, bro. And it's not. I'm not coming at you, and I'm just, you know.
No. I got you. I got the groove. It's barbershop.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, Chip Kelly runs more than he throws the ball. Chip Kelly does. What about Rich Rodriguez? Was he a power spread or was he just a RPO?
Probably both on that. He was RPO and power spread.
So what were we last year?
RPO, but it was a mix of power spread. That's what you gonna see. That's what Kansas City runs. Is a power spread, believe it or not. If you want a true spread, when you call a true spread, what are you talking about? Air raid? Is that what you're looking for?
I never said air raid.
No. I'm asking you.
What I'm saying, I want a style of offense like we had last year.
You want an RPO?
No, it's not. It's RPO. But
you want an RPO power spread?
I want an RPO, but with different type. But it's no deceptiveness with this offense. I want like with Lane Kiffin. You can say he run a power spread, right?
Yep.
But you see creativity, right? Would you say Lane Kiffin is more creative than Gaddis? Yes or no?
Oh, of course.
Would you say Rhett Lashley is more creative than Gaddis? Yes or no?
No, he's mostly eye candy. No.
But that's
Rhett Lashley got a lot of hot routes.
That is creativeness.
He got a lot of hot routes.
What about what's my man name that was at that's at UCF right now? Gus Malzahn. Would you say he's more creative than was he more creative than Gaddis?
Yeah.
But Lashley come from the same tree. So how is Lashley eye candy? They run the same offense.
It don't mean nothing. Everybody got their own twist on their own stuff. That's like if you learn under me, you're gonna put your own sprinkle your own stuff when you go on your own. But you ain't me.
That is true, my brother. That is true. That's why Kobe better than Jordan. You feel what I'm saying? I get it. Who else I can think about? Dan Mullen. Do you think that Dan Mullen more creative than Gaddis?
Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of offense does Mullen run?
He runs a power spread. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna put it like this. I don't like Josh Gaddis. I don't like Josh Gaddis' version of the power spread.
They run a power spread. But I'm gonna say this because I know you got some more people coming in.
It's all good.
Let me say this.
The floor is yours. I won't say anything. The floor is yours. You got 2 minutes.
And a lot of people, just like they disagree with you a lot, they disagree with me too. Which I got the personality. I don't care neither. Ain't no OC that would have came in this year. Ain't no quarterback would have done this, that, and the third with this offensive line that we have and the injuries on this offensive line. It was dumb to fail. You got to start in the trenches. So I don't care what offense you bring here. If it ain't going good in the trenches, it ain't going to work. In order for an engine to work on a car, you got to have the base of the damn car. Oh, it's just a damn engine.
You got to all of that motherfucker.
I'm just saying. Everybody can say what they want. I don't care how many skill position players you got, how many quarterbacks, how many wide receivers. Hey, if you can't block to give time for the person to get the ball, it ain't gonna work. That's just it in a nutshell. Period. It starts in the trenches, regardless.
Okay. But my thing is this: why do y'all overlook the fact that we were injured last year?
Who?
The offensive line was injured last year.
Who? I ain't never said nothing.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying in general. Why
I've
are the fans
been preaching this stuff for the last 2 or 3 years. I've been saying this stuff for the last 2 or 3 years.
But it worked last year, though.
We haven't had good trenches. What's that?
But we had good offense in 2021, even 2019. Think about 2019. We started 3 freshmen on the offensive line, and our offense is better than what it is now.
No, we ain't had no good trenches since Brad Kyle was here with Mark Water, and that was above average.
I mean, you can't say it's above average when you rush for over 1,000. You can't say it's above average.
I said above average. Above average. Shit, you rush for 1,000 yards.
That's a good line.
Look how many he'll back the ball. I'm just saying, we ain't had a good, decent offensive line since Mark Wall and Brad Kyle was here.
I don't disagree with that. That was a pretty good offensive line. I can't disagree with that. But my thing is this: what are we doing at practice?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not there.
You feel what I'm saying? Because the majority of our injuries didn't happen in the game. Like 80% of our injuries didn't happen in the game.
All I'm saying is, for the last 5 years, people talking about, this, that, and the third, this coach, fire this coach. Evidently, we ain't had no coaches that can adapt in the last 5 years. But when they leave here, they can adapt.
But think about this, OGK. So why was Lashley able to have success on the offensive side of the ball last year and the year before, and haven't had the trenches?
Yeah, he had some hot routes he go to. His offense was easy to whatever to adapt to.
That's my point. That's all I'm saying. He adapted
but every
to
coach ain't the same, bro.
But what
you think Lashley's offense gonna win championships?
Yes, it will. It won at Auburn. It won at Auburn.
Let's be honest, that wasn't his offense, dog. That was Gus.
He run the same offense as Gus Malzahn.
It ain't the same. It is not the same. That was mostly Gus Malzahn. Lashley was sprinkling his stuff in there, but I bet you Gus Malzahn vetoed on some of the stuff he calls. That's every head coach, every program from Pop Warner on to high school. If there's an offensive guru that's the head coach and he's got an offensive coordinator and he ain't liking it, he's going to sprinkle his stuff in it. No, I don't want to do that. You know this. You played. You coach. You a boxing coach now.
So you admit that Mario Cristobal is the reason why our offense look like this?
No, that's not what I said.
Run.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that.
I'm saying because you saying the head coach gonna dibble and dabble because I've seen.
But Mario is not an offensive guru.
What is he?
Guru.
Answer this question. What is he? What is Mario Cristobal?
He's a good goddamn managing CEO and an offensive line coach.
So he a good
and a program builder. And a program builder.
What program did he build?
Shit, you didn't see what he tried to do with FIU before they let him go?
What program did he build?
Again, did you not see what he did at FIU when he was there?
He got fired.
Yeah, he got fired, but hell, they was winning games. He was turning it around. What about when he went to Oregon? Hold
on. Bill Clark at UAB built the program. I played under Watson Brown and Neil Calloway.
I got a phone call.
You got a phone call?
Hold on. My bad. Somebody called my phone. My bad. What'd you say now?
I said Bill Clark at UAB built that program. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Brian Kelly built Cincinnati. Luke Fickell rebuilt Cincinnati.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Nick Saban built Alabama. You feel what I'm saying? What did he build?
So you saying he didn't do nothing in Oregon?
He didn't build Oregon. He didn't build Oregon.
He didn't? Who built Oregon?
No, that was just 2 years removed from the national championship game.
Who built Oregon?
Huh?
Who built Oregon?
Who built Oregon?
Yeah.
Shit. You got to go with Chip. And
Chip. Okay, so after Chip left, what happened?
Anyway.
After Chip left, what happened?
They went to the national championship. They beat Jameis Winston. Them in the playoffs. They went to the
national championship. Chip left, what did Oregon do?
They went to a national championship after Chip Kelly.
Okay,
They
but
played,
after
they
that,
played
what
Ohio State in the
happened?
national championship.
With the
and
different
lost.
coaches, I'm saying, what happened?
What you mean? What happened? I just told you.
No, so you telling me because they won a championship right after Chip Kelly,
They
you
didn't
telling me
win.
they
They
didn't
went to
start
one.
sinking? You telling me they didn't start sinking?
They had one bad season, bro. If you go look
One
up the
bad
record,
season?
they had one bad season after Chip Kelly, and then the coach went to the NFL, and that's when they hired Willie Taggart. They hired Willie Taggart after that. He won 7 games. Mario was on that staff.
Let's Google this right here. I'm gonna pull up what happened after.
I can pull it up right now. Hold on.
Go ahead and pull it up.
Hold on.
Pull that up right now. Wikipedia that right now. And call out their records. Call out their records after Chip Kelly.
All right, I'm doing it now.
See, like you, Groove, I like this right here. I had to tell the barber to stop the Clippers, goddamn
it. Hey Shady, I'm gonna get you on, man. Be patient. I'm trying to get my guy the floor, man.
Oh, if you can put them in at the same time, you can. I don't mind.
No, I'm gonna let you get your flow, bro. I'm trying to. Hold on. It usually let me. Okay, present. All right, screen share.
Oh man.
Window.
Yeah, just look at their records. Can you
see?
No, I would have to pull it up myself. I can't see it now.
I got it right. Can you see it? Can you see my screen? So
no, I just see you.
You should see. It should show.
I can see it a little bit, but
you don't look at the screen.
Yeah, I can see it, but I can't see it. It's too far.
Okay, but I'm gonna read it off to you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I got you guys. I'm gonna read it off to you. All right.
Yeah.
So Mario became the coach in 2018, right?
No, go before Mario.
Right? Okay.
Go before Mario.
All right. Hold on. 2014 was.
Hold
on. 20. Okay. Chip Kelly last season was 2012. All right.
Okay. Right.
They went 12-1. That's when they lost to Auburn.
Okay.
All right. Boom. That was. I know that was. I think that was the year. Yeah, that's the year Cam Newton beat them.
You had one coach there that was there for a long time.
2013. So 2013, they went 11-2.
Keep going. Right?
2013, they went 11-2.
Right.
That's what Mark Heffron.
Them still Kelly boys. Because there wasn't no portal then.
2014. Hold on.
Keep going.
2014, they went 10-2.
Keep going.
2015, they went 9-4.
Mm-hmm.
2016, they went 4-8.
Mm-hmm.
The next year, they got Willie Taggart. Mario was on the staff. He left to go to Florida State. They were 7-6. Mario took over the last part. He was 0-1 as when he took over 0-1. The next year, 2018, they were 9-4.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went 12-2. 4-3. They went 4-3. And then this last year, they went 10-4. How did he rebuild? What did he rebuild?
You skipped some years there, Groove.
No, I didn't. What year?
Yeah, you went when Mario first got there. What was their record?
So you wanted to pull up Chip Kelly record?
No, you went after Chip Kelly. And as Chip Kelly's recruits went down, they started losing because there wasn't no transfer portal back then. So when Mario got there, you said his first record was what?
Oh, when he took over, it was on when he went in 12.
Yeah, well, after that year, what was?
They went 10-4.
Okay, and then so after that, they won how many? They won how many conference championships?
Before him?
No.
You gotta understand, they was winning conference championships before Mario Cristobal. Y'all keep bringing up these conference championships, bro. Like the prior coaches wasn't winning. Why did Mario make it to the playoffs? Why didn't he make it to the playoffs? And the other two made it to championships.
Oh man.
Can you answer that for me? That's all I want to know, bro.
No, you got it, Groov.
That's
You got
all
it,
I
dog.
want to know.
No, you got it, man.
But
you
am I
got
making sense though? Am I making sense to you though, OGK?
you got some point.
So my question, I'm asking you, can you please answer this question for me? Why didn't Mario Cristobal make the playoff in the easiest Power 5 conference in America? Why didn't he?
No, no.
Why did Mark Helfrich make the playoffs?
What team in the Pac-12 made what team in the Pac-12 that made the playoffs?
Mark Helfrich, he made it to the first playoff. He beat Jameis Winston to make it to the playoff.
No. No. I ain't talking about before Mario. Who made it to what Pac-12 team in the last 5 years made it to the playoffs?
Washington. They played Alabama.
In the last 5 years.
Yes, Washington.
What year was that?
Washington Huskies.
What year was that? What year was that?
Hold on.
I said last 5.
Hold on. Washington Huskies. Playoffs. Football playoffs. I'm pulling it up. My phone acting stupid as shit. Hold on. Washington.
Can you hear me? I just got another phone call. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay. All right.
Football playoffs. They made it in. What year did they make the playoffs? 2016.
That's been more than 5 years, dog.
Y'all niggas hell, dog. Y'all are hell,
dog.
Bro. Let's be. Come on, dog. So, what's the difference between them making it in 2016 and then Mario not making it in 2017 and 2018, or 2019 or 2020 or 2021 or 20? What's the difference? I'm not getting that, bro.
That conference was awful.
Other Pac-12 schools made it. Oregon made it to the
conference
first
was
round.
awful. The only conference that made it to the playoffs in the last 5 years is SEC, ACC.
But the Pac-12 has been there, though. It's not like they haven't been there. They've been there. Why?
The last 5 years?
It don't matter. They still make the playoffs, though, OG.
Yeah, has the Pac-12 been a big threat in the last 5 years? And the only team
because Mario Cristobal didn't get him there.
In the ACC Groove has been Clemson. Everybody else has been
fine.
Everybody else has been the Big Ten.
You got to say Florida State because they made it to the first one.
That's the first. That was more than 5 years.
Miami was a threat at one point. We could have went in 2017. We was a threat to make it.
In 2017?
Yes. We were number 2 in the nation going into the last game of the season, going into the championship.
Fool's gold.
So why is it fool's gold when it happened with us? But I guarantee you this: if it was Mario Cristobal and that Oregon team, you would have brought this up in your point.
Nope.
Yes, that's a lie.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you just brought up 2 bullshit Pac-12 titles.
Tell you why. This is Mario's first year here. This is Mario's first year here.
I'm not talking about first. I'm saying if it was Mario that would have been number 2 going into the Pac-12 title, and they missed it, y'all would have brought that up as a point. Because you're just bringing up 2 weak-ass Pac-12 titles. It holds no merit. He won 1 title after being 3. He wasn't even supposed to be in the game. He wasn't even supposed to make it. He got there by a team having COVID, bro. Let's be real. It was 4-3. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are so blinded because he's a Miami guy. I don't give a fuck because he came from Miami. I don't care because he played on 2
I'm not blinded to a Miami guy. I'm with every coach that's been here. After the first year, folk want him fired. That's my whole point.
I got you.
I don't care who the coach was. That's just like
and I don't want
you
and
and everybody else. They wanted Butch gone. Well, no, not you. I don't think you was born. You said you wasn't born. But when Bush first got here, his first year, they wanted him back. They flew the banners on him and everything. But now all of a sudden, everybody talking about bringing Bush back. They wanted Bush gone.
Yeah, I'm saying we should have brought Lane Kiffin.
What now? You explain to me what Lane Kiffin done.
He's built programs.
What has he won?
He's won everywhere he went. Besides,
No, he hasn't. Hey, hang on, no, he hasn't. That man got left on the tarmac at USC.
No, he didn't win it.
That man got.
Hold on. USC was under sanctions. Hold on. USC, hold on. USC was under sanctions. They lost 31 scholarships.
Here we go with the sanctions.
31 scholarships.
No, USC didn't.
When he got there. When he took the job,
here we go with the sanctions.
Scholarships. He still was able to have top 10 recruiting classes, and he won 10 games.
What has he done? What has he won, Groov?
Then why did they leave him sitting at the airport?
Everywhere he's been, what has he won, Groov?
Bro, he hasn't won a national title. I will give you that. He won. He's the one.
Did he win his conference? Did he win some conference championships?
Yes, he won. He actually won. He actually won at FAU. He won 10, 11 games with them. Multiple years.
That's the only place where he has a winning record as a head coach.
That's it.
He has a winning record at Ole Miss. What are you talking about?
Man,
well, he's only been there 2 years. I'm not talking about it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about everyone other than Ole Miss.
That same energy you got with these other coaches. The same energy you got with these other coaches. What has Lane done, or is that just your guy?
Bro, you put up. That's a question. Let me ask you this, OG. Does Oregon win those two Pac-12 titles in the SEC? Those
in the SEC?
If he was in the ACC or the SEC, does he win? Does Mario win those two? With that Oregon,
okay, you saying if Oregon was in the ACC, would they have won the championship?
Those two ACC championship, those two Pac-12 titles that Mario has.
Would he would have won it
in the ACC that year? Would he would have won the ACC that year?
There's definitely a possibility of that.
So he's gonna beat the
SEC, absolutely not.
So he's gonna beat Watson
absolutely not in the SEC.
Okay, so he's gonna beat Watson and on Sunshine.
He's gonna what? He's gonna be what?
You going in and out?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now, bro.
Yeah, I said possibly. That's what I was saying. I said possibly.
Let me get to some of these questions.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Groov. If Mario was in the ACC with Oregon, out of those years, could Miami beat him?
Yes. Yes, we could. Oregon.
What coach was?
Hold on. You forgot they got monkey stomped by fucking Stanford and Arizona State and Arizona. Like, don't act like Mario ain't got no.
But hold up. But what I'm saying is, here's my question: could you say we could have beat that year that we got that Oregon got beat by Stanford and Oregon got beat by Utah? Let's just say all that. You saying Miami could have beat those teams?
Yeah, it wasn't dominant. Yes, we could have. Miami could have beat them.
I heard that, dog.
Yes.
I heard that.
Yes. Miami beat them.
So Miami that lost to FIU could have beat Stanford and could have beat, you know what I'm saying, Utah. That's what you're saying. The Miami that lost to Louisiana Tech could have beat Stanford.
We lost to them in a bowl game, right?
The bowl game, small game, regular season, whatever. We lost to FIU. We lost to Duke. We lost to Duke 2 years in a row. You telling me we could have beat?
He didn't win the conference in 20. He didn't win the conference in 2019.
I ain't talking about. That's not what I'm talking about now. We talking about.
The team you're talking about.
We talking about the team that Oregon lost to.
Your question was if they were. Your question was if he was in the if Oregon was in the ACC, could Miami beat them? Yes. Yes, Miami could. Like, what are we talking about?
Man, hey boy, I got to give it to you, man. You got some high expectations, dog. High expectations.
Let me get to
Miami
some of
couldn't
these
even
questions.
beat Utah that beat them, dog.
You
Miami
got it,
couldn't
bro.
even beat Utah that beat Oregon.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I'm gonna let Slim get back in, man. This
I
was fun.
appreciate you, man. As always, man. This is good
I like
dialogue.
this
I
right
like
here,
that, man.
dude. That's that straight barbershop, dog. I like that there. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I'm gonna let y'all go, dog.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. I got 5 minutes. Okay, Trucker. Okay, I got 5 minutes for you, Slim, and I gotta get to some questions. I gotta read some of these questions, and I'm gonna get up out of here.
I got you, boss. No,
Yes, sir.
Me and him are really on the same page. Me and him talk about this all the time. And I think, like for instance, okay, you brought up the comment, Brian Kelly did this, and Kirby Smart did that. How long has Brian Kelly been a Power 5 head coach? About a decade more than Mario Cristobal. So that's not even a fair comparison. Because if you want to go back and look at people when they first got into Power 5 football, hang on, look at people when they first got into Power 5 football. Nick Saban was atrocious. He was busy losing to Illinois and Indiana. So what he did at Oregon is frankly irregardless to me. Now you asked, well, what did he build? Well, like he brought up, when he came onto the staff at Oregon, they inherited a 4-8 team. And he ended up winning the Rose Bowl and winning 2 conference titles. We'll even call it 1 conference title since I kind of agree with you about one of them. But even beyond that, yes, FIU fired him. Look where FIU was when he took it over. That was an 0-12 team. He got them their first bowl win and their first conference title.
That's cool. I mean, that's fine. But I know other coaches that did more with the same type of program.
You can forever find coaches that did more, and you can forever find coaches that did less.
That is true. That is true. But my thing is this. My thing, and you made a point that you said that you can't compare Mario and Brian Kelly because he's been a coach longer, right? So why was the heat turned up so high for Manny Diaz for taking over his first time as a head coach now? And y'all constantly, people, I'm not saying you in general, but people constantly compare the two. How is that fair?
In that one, you're preaching to the choir. I said Manny shouldn't have been fired.
My thing was this. He should have got one. This should have been his last year. If he didn't win 9 or 10 games, I would have been on that wagon, get his ass out of here. You feel what I'm saying?
I wouldn't have even been that far with it, and I'll explain why. Because when you're talking to a guy that has never been a head coach before, you got to let him learn to be a head coach before you can worry about him turning your program around.
That is true. Because my thing is this. Even Randy Shannon got 5 years.
But he didn't get nowhere near the support. Randy got 4, but he didn't get nowhere near the support from the university that Mario's getting.
Exactly. None of the coaches did.
Yeah, see, that's where me and you were on the same page. Absolutely.
And that's why I put the pressure on him so much. It's because it's like, what is your excuse? You have the transfer portal. None of these coaches really, even with Manny, even the guys he brought in, right? They had to get waivers. So it wasn't a guarantee that they was going to be able to play, right?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So these coaches really had to work with what was on the roster because they couldn't just push guys out and bring guys in because coaches push guys out all the time. And a lot of people think that these kids leave, they not down for the program. No, these kids sometimes they get pushed out. And it's not fair. It's not a good thing. I seen it firsthand, bro. When Coach Neil Callaway came in, he was trying to get rid of everybody for the smallest thing. I told this story last week. He kicked out one of our best players that ended up playing for the Jets. He kicked him off the team for breaking his little brother in the locker room because he wanted his scholarship. He wanted that space. How's that fair? You know what I'm saying? This all the time. You think Nick Saban not pushing guys out? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Why do people
Absolutely.
think that they put the 85 limit scholarship in? Because of fucking Bear Bryant. He was just getting guys taking up all the good players, so other players wouldn't, so other school wouldn't get them, and they wouldn't even play. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, sir. You're absolutely right. Like I said, when it comes to the whole Manny Diaz thing, we're on the exact same page. Unrealistic expectations were being put on him, but I think unrealistic expectations are being put on Mario as well.
But I think the reason why I can't, and the reason I can't agree with that is because he has all the resources and he has the experience as a head coach. Don't tell me about conference championship, and then you got a team that's full of fucking 4-stars and highly ranked 5-stars, and you can't win 6 games. You can't win 7 games. And you got all these resources. Every opportunity to bring in, you know what I'm saying, players for this program. His best running back went to USC.
Let's look at coaches that have had success. All right. Well, what was Kirby Smart's record his first year at Georgia? What was Nick Saban's first? No, he was 7-5. He won his bowl game and went 8-5.
But he won 8 games. He made it to. That's what I'm saying. It's still his record, 8-5, whatever. He won 8 games.
And Nick Saban went 7-5 his first year. That's the norm of what happens year one.
But those are that's my thing. People keep talking about Nick Saban. People don't understand where the program of Alabama was. They were on probation before. That's what I'm saying.
No, they had been off of probation by the time Nick Saban came there. They had been off of it by then.
Slim, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, bro. That was
I know.
My whole entire family is Alabama fans. They were just getting off probation, like a year or 2 removed from probation.
And it wasn't that bad because they got caught paying a player from Memphis, which is where I live.
They lost scholarships.
Albert Means.
They lost scholarships. They lost a lot of scholarships.
That's like saying Mark Richt lost scholarships. They didn't lose that many. They didn't. They didn't. They didn't get hammered like SMU did back in the day. They didn't get hammered like we did in the 90s. They haven't done that to anybody since us.
No, they didn't. You not just hear what I said about USC? USC lost 31 scholarships.
USC didn't lose that many.
Yes, they did. Do you want to make a friendly wager on that?
They vacated wins. They took back Reggie Bush's Heisman.
Do you want to? It seemed like. Do you want to make a friendly wager on that, Slim Shady?
How many years did they miss out on postseason play?
3.
Because that's what really affects you.
He missed out on like 2 or 3 years while he was there.
Yeah, they missed out on 2. They missed out on 2. Yeah,
but they lost 31 scholarships.
But like you said, that didn't matter because Lane can still recruit. So that he negated. He's a good recruiter.
He still won 10 games too.
And now let me be clear about Lane. I have all the faith in the world in Lane Kiffin, the offensive coordinator. My problem is Lane Kiffin, the head coach.
Why?
Because his record shows it.
He has a better record than the guy we have now, bro.
It's about the same, about 500.
No, it's not. I bet you $100 right now that the record not even close. I bet you $100 right now. And I'll look it up and pull it up on here. I bet you $100 right now. I bet you $100.
Where all do you think Lane's been a coach? Because his NFL record is downright atrocious.
I'm talking about college. We already know college and NFL are 2 different things. I'm talking
I haven't looked it up. I looked up
college football.
Right.
As a college football coach, Mario Cristobal has a worse record than Lane Kiffin, and it's not even close.
I looked up his record as a whole, so that included his NFL
and
record.
I guarantee you, he's not even close to being 500. I guarantee you.
Yes, with his NFL record, he's like 2 or 3 games above 500. Now that's before this year. I haven't added this year into it yet because I was talking about this with somebody else, and we looked it up at the time.
Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. Let me get some of these questions real quick. Hold on. Let me get some of these questions. Slim, okay. Yes, to change the scheme, and probably day one should have been left through the TVD. Boom. 3rd yard, cloud dusting. On the pass, you create explode. You have to create explode. That is true, Norman. Let me start from the bottom and work my way up. Damn,
and actually, to your point on Manny, I think that's part of the problem with the offense is look what happened last year. That team rallied around Manny to win 5 of their last 6 games, and then you killed that when you fired him.
Yep, exactly. Kane talk. What's up, Kane? Football talk. I'm tired of firing and hiring coaches. Let him do his thing. I mean, I don't believe Mario got the nuts to fire him anyway. So I mean, we probably still gonna have him next year. So you may get your wish. Mario seems to run up the middle twice and then throw a screen to Mallory. That seems like that is true. Lane was only NFL for what? Yeah, he was. He wasn't even a long NFL coach.
No, I didn't say he was there for a long time, but his record with the Raiders was bad.
2 bowl bans. Yeah, I told you. Look, he had a 2-year bowl ban and 30 scholarship losses.
I just said it to you. I agree with you on the 2-year bowl ban.
He had the 30 scholarship losses, though. Why do y'all keep thinking Lane Kiffin will leave us? He just re-upped his contract with Ole Miss.
That don't mean anything. That Nick Saban's contract is for 10 years. If he decides to leave tomorrow, he's gone.
Lane Kiffin isn't loyal. This is first year. I get it.
They look at what he did. They look at what he did at Tennessee, dipping out in the middle of the night, and that was kind of shady.
But yeah, man. Let me get to some of these topics. So I got a question, man. What is your record expectation next year? I don't know if I asked you that.
With a top 5 class, and I think he's going to hit the portal hard, I think they can win 8 games.
8
so that's
games.
Where it's
so
looking
cool.
like we're going to.
So you're cool with 8 games. You're cool with 8 games.
Year 2, yes. Each year comes with a different expectation.
So guys, are you guys okay with winning 8 games in the next season, year 2 under Mario Cristobal? Put yes or no. Are you okay with winning 8 games? And I respect your opinion for having 8. Saying 8, I'm not. I just want to know their opinion. Me, I think that's still a bust. I think we have to win 10 games next year and make it to the conference championship. We don't have to win it. We just have to get there, and we need to make a New Year's 6 bowl. We need to make one of those bowls.
Well, I'll give you a reason for that, and I'll go. The reason is, and the reason I use Nick Saban is because his progression over the years is the norm in college football coaching. He started off at a group of 5 school, looked bad, got better. His first Power 5 job, he looked terrible. His second Power 5 job, it took him 5 years, but he eventually got the job done. That's when he won it at LSU. It's a progression over time, and Mario is in his progression. That's the argument I'm making.
Gotcha. You kind of went out on me. Well, man, like always, man, I appreciate you for tapping in again, man. I always like talking to you, Shady, man. You good people, man. We can always agree to disagree and keep it respectful. See, I don't care about people having a difference of opinion, but when you start the name calling and all that, that's where the lines get blurred with me.
It's like OG said.
It's you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't coming on here. You just a manny guy, all that bullshit. You feel me? That's why I respect you, and we can have this open dialogue, you know what I'm saying, dialogue all the time, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in, man. I'm finna get to some of these questions, man, and I'm finna get ready to get out of here. All right?
Yes,
appreciate you for tapping in, brother. You be safe on that road. All right, let me get to some of these questions real quick, man. Some good shit. Alabama was not a run first, exactly. Groove, you're my favorite person. Definitely not Chola, just calling it. Exactly. Change the scheme. Problem was day one. Should have had left 0-3. Yes, you got to send in your offense around your quarterback. 3-yard line cloud dust is a thing of the past. Yep. Have to create explosive plays. The point of South Florida kids aren't great. There are at least 7 states that turn out a league. Yes, that is true, Mike. There's a lot of states that are putting out, you know what I'm saying, top talent right now. They have 0 O-line talent. No, I don't think South Florida ever put out South Florida talent like that. Right, takes the time to develop. Hit that like button, people. 850 Kane, what's up? What's up? What's up, Charles? Sorry I got to your comment late, brother. Sorry I got to it late. Just changed that in Florida. Oh, they did? Oh, well, you should still you should try to see a change in you know what I'm saying, in mental with some of these players, because they can't just team up like that. 97, we were on probation. Last year was before that was 91. Yeah. But I think we played in 92 and 93, right? We played in the championship game. So they still had good teams. I hope we're not 6-6. I don't know why what you're preaching so hard for fans to understand. Develop, not microwave. There's nothing to do about the staff of leading and believe they can adapt. I agree. Groove, talk your shit, big home. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up, ATLK? Yes, sir. You know I'm always gonna talk that shit. My boy OG. You all right. Thank you, Vicious. Hit that like button. Supplies 4A sound about right. Boy, we go 4-8, boy. I'm a drive a bus, fly a plane, all that shit on to Green Tree. My guess not adapt. Okay. Our record would be 5 and 6 if we were part of Mario Stephen, part of the kids. It's both group coaching and players. The whole damn house need to burn down. I can respect it. I agree, Miami-Dade. Gaddis got to go. I agree 100% with your takes and opinion. Is getting $8 million, he should get no pass. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he's the guy to get us over the hump either, bro. I said that and said that. Mario Cristobal is not the guy. I hope he proves me wrong, though, again. But I don't think that he's the guy for us. Groove, good coaches adapt to players, bad coaches blame players. That is fact. My coaches always used to tell us, it's my job to put you in the best position to win. But he also told me players play and coaches coach. We need to get rid of Mario Cristobal and give him a pass next year. Yeah. We got to win more than 8 games next year. Stop comparing teams to our 9-17. We got blown out majority of our home game. That is true, Cuban K. We got blown out a lot. Even with Manny Diaz losses, bro, we got blew out with teams that were superior than us. Alabama was superior, but we still scored points. You feel what I'm saying? Even with Clemson, we still scored points. You feel me? Florida State ain't putting no 45 on us, though. They had a last-second heave. But my thing is this. With Mario, me personally, bro, and I'm finna say this, and I'm finna read these last comments, and I'm gonna get out of here. I don't think Mario Cristobal has the balls to fire Josh Gaddis. I think he's too stubborn. I think he's stuck in his ways, and he wants to prove a point that what he wants to do will work. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think he got the nuts to do so. But if he does have the nuts and shock me and fire Gaddis, my question is, will it take 4 months for him to hire another coach like he did, and that loses time where you can get a playbook to the players? You feel what I'm saying? Like he did, it took him 4 months to hire Gaddis. You feel me? So even with that, even if he does bring a new guy in, will he let that guy have free range to do what he wants to do on the field and hire the guys that he wants to bring in? Because we shouldn't have gotten rid of Coach Hickson. Getting rid of Coach Hickson was one of the biggest mistakes because he can recruit, and the running backs were great last year. Look what he did with Rooster when Rooster had to carry the load last year, bro. He had that man ready from a blocking standpoint and everything. You feel me? So if Mark Richt couldn't fix it, Manny couldn't fix it, Golden couldn't fix it, Shannon couldn't fix it, what's the common factor? Lack of funds. That's the common factor that they had because none of them can really get the guys in as far as, you know what I'm saying? Think about this, bro. Randy Shannon wanted to get Kevin Sumlin as the OC, but they wouldn't give him the money to get Kevin Sumlin. That lets you know right there, bro. Kevin Sumlin is one of the best offensive minds in college football. And I wouldn't be opposed to Mario Cristobal going and getting Kevin Sumlin and let him run the offense. Because we know one thing about a Kevin Sumner offense, that motherfucker gonna put up points and he can recruit. He recruited his ass off at Texas A&M. The defensive side of the ball just wasn't good. And that's shocking because he had Chavis. I was shocked at that. Jay Will, power spread is just a combo, a power outrun game, quick pass screen, but it's not spread formation. Yes, I don't want that. Spread these motherfuckers out and let these South Florida boys and these Georgia boys do what they do best. And we got a Tennessee guy on this team too, so let them boys do their thing. Lincoln Riley. Alabama has 15 players from Alabama on the team this year from Florida. Okay. It's 85 players on the roster. Lastly, now run PO is number of possession game advantage of the D. Yep. Chill with that. Chill with what? What I did, Jay Will. Boom. Facts, Groov, Bryant, Bear Bryant all day. Whole line needs work. Boom. We got a lot of comments, man. I'm Groov, I played once around 2001. Oh shit! I knew. I looked. That's what I was. ATL. I was looking at your profile. So you please ATLK. Will you, if you still in here, bro? Can you please tell them how bad our program was from a facilities and a funding standpoint? People do not believe me, bro, when I keep telling them that we were probably poorer than FIU. But Bill Clark got them boys ready, and they won games. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people keep trying to make it seem like Mario had it so tough. It's a lot of programs that don't have funding, bro. There's a lot of programs. Hey, hit me up on Twitter, ATL Kane. Hit me up on Twitter, bro. 2 years out of chip. Went to the chip, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Man, but like I said, there's a lot of questions I ain't gonna be able to get to, man. But like I said, man, this has been a fucking bummer of a year. Trash year, man. Trash fucking year. You know what I'm saying? Mario Cristobal did not get it done. He failed us. He failed the whole entire fan base. Hopefully he will take ownership and make some changes to his coaching style and philosophy and the way he's probably coming at some of these players, because like my guy, you know what I'm saying, like a guy that I respect said, Coach Hayes, you can't just come in and just put your hand around these guys' neck. You know what I'm saying? Use the snake method. Slowly squeeze them to what you want to do. You've seen what Deion, like he said, what Deion doing. Even Nick Saban. Nick Saban didn't come in and just goddamn say it's my way or the highway. He didn't do that. You feel me? You look at Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's not that type of guy. Lincoln Riley, you can get these guys to play for you. You don't have to be so rah-rah. The great coaches adapt the way they coach to make success. If Mario is really the guy, if he really wants to be the guy to turn the program around, he has to adjust his coaching style and his philosophy. The way of the world now is spread RPO type offenses now. That was win games. You feel what I'm saying? What you did at Oregon don't mean shit right now. That don't mean shit. I don't give a damn what you did at Oregon. But you're at Miami right now, and you're 5-7. Again, I'm going to say it again. What you did at Oregon don't mean shit at Miami, because we're 5-7. Okay? Get this shit together. You're getting $8.5 million a year to do so. Josh Gaddis, pack your shit and get you one of them group of 5 jobs, or go to a HBCU and help get these boys on track like Deion. Maybe take over Jackson State if Deion take the South Florida job. You feel what I'm saying? But you ain't it, Holmes. You ain't it. You ain't the guy for the job. I'm saying that. You feel me? But I appreciate everybody for tapping in, brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. I really do appreciate everybody tapping in. You feel me? Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. You feel me? Subscribe. Me and my boy Black will be on. See when his schedule open up, and we'll probably do a Storm Warning show. You know what I'm saying? Major shout out to them boys at the Roll Up, Silk, and all them. Shout out to my boy Roster. You know what I'm saying? Always keeping it real. Coach Hayes. You feel me? Shout out to Flo. Shout out to all them boys, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, thank y'all for tapping in, man. We've been on for an hour and 30 minutes, man. Hope y'all was entertained. You feel me? I hope y'all like the content that I put out. Again, I'm gonna keep it raw and uncut. You feel me? So this is my Twitter handle. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I follow everybody back. And then if I look at my follow, if I follow you and you don't follow me back, I immediately unfollow. I don't do that fake following shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So Storm Groov is my Twitter. You feel me? If you come at me on Twitter disrespectful, I'm going to get disrespectful too. You keep it respectful like me and my guy OG and Shady. They didn't agree with what I said, but we kept it respectful. That's all I'll ever ask. You feel what I'm saying? Hit that like button, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? And I got something to play before I get up out of here because it's what I love. You feel me? I'm out of this thing. If it ain't real, it ain't. I'm out, baby. You know what I'm talking about.